Hello guys, it's Alex, haven't seen you in a while. New set, new cards, new tutorial video, so let's get down to business. I will show you 3 false cuts. Some of these are classic, you can perform them either in your hands or on the table. They all involve 3 packets, and the last one should be performed on the table, and that is called Erdnase fancy blind cut. Without further ado, let's get down to the tutorial. The swivel cut looks like this. You just transfer the packets from right hand to the left hand, and of course it is not a false cut. It's sometimes used to control a certain card, but in this video I want to talk about the false cuts, and this is a very popular thing that people perform. There are false shuffles, false cuts. You can combine them together and make the impression that the deck is completely shuffled. This is how you're holding the deck. Middle finger is positioned over here and your thumb positioned over here, and just split the deck, actually a third of the deck, with your index finger. And you transfer this packet over here and clip it with your thumb and the base of your index finger over here. Then you again separate and divide this top packet again. The index finger over here, your middle finger helps. And then I'm clipping this bottom packet with my ring finger like that. So now I actually hold the entire structure with my one hand, and this is looking a little bit weird. You may be feeling a little bit awkward holding 3 packets like that, but that's a phase where you have all the packets in your hands, and then you continue the swivel in motion, actually start it like that, and rotate this packet counterclockwise 180 degrees, and then you swivel the top packet with your index finger like that. To the side of your index finger, again, this index finger of your right hand helps, and then you drop the packet on top. And then what you do is just like smash the packet on top. I need to change the order of the entire deck, so believe it or not, it actually looks really deceiving. So what you do is, again, split the top packet like that. Just learn splitting the packet like that. Split like 1/3, so not necessarily like half of the deck, because it may mess up the entire cut. So just split this top packet, transfer it, clip it like that, split it again. Now, once you're like closing the structure again, there's a moment, like I said, where you're holding the entire structure with one hand, but your thumb is continuing to swivel like that, drops the packet, and then naturally your index finger is free of your left hand. Just swivel this packet again, drop it over here, and just smash this packet on top. Again, slowly, just like that, clip, again, rotate, like that, swivel this one again, like that, drop like that. I've seen Chad Nelson, a friend of ours, performing a very interesting variation where you can add an element of vertigo. It's a flourish by Dan and Dave Buck. You use all the misdirection you can in order to ensure that like your audience believes that the deck is actually shuffled. And it's really hard to maintain an order of cards when, for instance, just you have these flying packets, something like that, and of course the result is the same. All of your cards in the same order. You just clip the packet like usual, but then instead of swiveling that and dropping it, you can actually give it a little bit of toss like that and continue with the flourish, and you have, of course, the same result. Alright, so here's the tutorial for the 3 packet false cuts. It's not entirely mine. I'm using elements of 360 Spider, I'm using Revolution cut. I really like how it looks, and I like the ending, finishing touch to this cut, and it feels really comfy, so I hope you guys enjoyed this one. The grip is very similar to what you would do with the swivel cut, and actually you start with the action of performing the swivel cut, so that's why mastering the previous cut is essential. So there you go, we just clip this packet. Now what you do is just use this edge, this corner of this top packet to rotate this packet in your hands, and you only hold it with your middle finger and your thumb. In a way, as you would perform the paintbrush change, I just grip this packet and just slide it over this bottom packet already. And regrip it so that now I hold the deck in a perfect position to perform this element of 360 spider flourish that was explained in Dan and Dave's system. Split this top packet into two. And usually for 360 spider, you would just do a Charlie cut and just throw this packet over here. But it looks a little bit unfinished for my liking, so what I do is just continue with the flourish, regrip it, and I'm actually gripping it in this interesting way. It looks a little bit fragile, but it's actually a very secure grip. It is pointing to where this packet will be inserted. And what I do is either a Charlie or a revolution cut, like that. I just insert this packet. So one more time, the entire flourish. Just split it like that. And I like to finish it. You can of course finish it like that in your left hand. I like to finish it with a small rotation like that. Just rotating the deck. There you go, full speed. Just like that. Alright, so if you have the expert at the card table book, you can find fancy blind cuts to retain the complete stock, and this is described at page 45. This is a fantastic book by Conjuring Arts Research Center. We have this in stock in our shop. Let's talk about the cut. It's over 100 years old and still looks really impressive, as you have seen. It retains the entire order of the deck. It is fancy because usually when people cut the decks, they're doing it like that. Right, and there are ways to do this as a false cut, but fancy it's because you're actually tossing the packet in the air and it looks kind of like fancy. That's hence the name, I guess. Hold the deck like that with your thumb and middle finger over here, and you hold it with your index finger, just placed on top. And similarly, you just place the deck on the table, but you still need to ensure that you can strip the bottom packet without cards gliding all over the place. I like to remain a small gap over here with my thumb for that. And I divide the deck like that. I have like 1/3 of the cards over here on bottom. And they perform like a regular cut that you would see performed in the casinos. And instead of just placing this packet on top, I want to retain a small gap. And I maintain this gap with my thumb over here. So for the spectators, it looks like the cut has been completed and you have just legitimately cut the deck. So one more time, hold the deck like that, place it. I still maintain a small gap so that it is easy for me to perform. Place it on top. You repeat pretty much the same sequence of moves by just splitting again the deck. Now you have 3 parts. Now you snatch or grab these 2 packets like that. You maintain this gap enough so that you can actually throw this packet away like that on the table. The cards can be a little bit loose, they can actually fall down, misleading people into thinking that the cards are like being shuffled or being cut. Then you follow with your left hand and you follow with your right hand. And of course, when you're doing this in such a slow manner, it doesn't look that fancy or that impressive. But when you're doing this full speed, it looks something like that. And of course, you are maintaining the order of the entire stack. So there you go, one more time. Just have your deck, hold it like that with your middle finger and thumb, and put your index finger on top. Split. Do not complete the cut because you're holding, maintaining this gap. Split again. Throw this top portion. Cover the right hand. Cover the left hand, then right hand. Square everything. And of course, the entire order of the deck is being kept. So hope you enjoyed this tutorial, you found them useful. These are ZDV2, our second deck of playing cards. Limited quantities available, links are in the description. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, let me know which other flourish or technique you would like me to teach. Much love, до побачення.